Well, thanks a lot, Victor. You know, here in the Superdome this Sunday, things have come full circle. 50 years ago, the Saints started as a franchise with their first ever team, and their first game was against those LA Rams. And joining me, the quarterback of this New Orleans Saints, Billy Kilmer. Billy, I appreciate your time.
Well, thank you. I'm really happy to be here. I've seen a lot of old teammates here, and we're having a lot of fun today.
Talk about when the Saints started back in 1967. It was an expansion team. You know, you were college quarterback coming over from UCLA and then San Francisco and had some time in the NFL. What were your first thoughts of this NFL team when you came to New Orleans?
Well, my first thoughts was it kept me in the league. I had a real bad car accident in 1962 that curtailed my playing career. And when this expansion team came up and I was put on the expansion list, I thought to myself, well, here's a chance to show what I can do as a quarterback if I'm going to stay in the league at all. And that's the way I viewed it.
Talk about this team. You guys, I'm guessing a lot of you haven't seen each other in a lot of years. How nice is it to reunite for this weekend?
It is. I haven't seen a lot of these guys in, 20 years, some of them, and or 30 years, Yeah, but to see them come back and see a lot of them that are still alive, and can function. We're up there. We're in our 70s, most of us now, and it's good to see them. They're healthy, and we had a lot of fun. They can still drink.
You don't lose some things, right?
Yeah.
Let's talk about one of the marquee moments. Was the Tom Dempsey record-setting field goal. I think for a lot of years, I'm reading, they thought you were the holder, but that wasn't the case, right?
No, I got out of the holding business a long time ago, but it was Joe Scarpati. He held, and it was a perfect hold.
Safety, Joe Scarpati.
Yeah, Jerry Sturm was the center, and then Dempsey kicked it. And when he kicked that ball, I knew that he made it. It was like Babe Ruth hitting a 500-foot home run. He really nailed it. And that was at sea level, at Tulane Stadium. There wasn't much wind at all, but Dempsey had a good leg and everything. If it had been in Denver, he could have kicked it 60 yards, 65 yards, 70.
Finally, let's talk about, as a quarterback, how things have changed. You went on some terrific years, Pro Bowl years with the Washington Redskins. When you watch the present-day Saints with Drew Brees, the numbers he puts up in this building, what could Billy Kilmer do with Sean Payton? What do you think?
Well, the rules have changed so drastically from the time I've played. You could hit receivers coming off the line. You could clothesline them as they came across the middle. You had to set up you had to run the ball to set up the passing game in those years. Now you can't touch a receiver. Basically, you give them 5 yards, you can nudge them. But these kids are so fast and quick, you don't get a good shot at them. You can't axe them anymore like Pat Fisher used to do, knock them down. So, you get now the pass sets up the run. It's just completely different. These guys and they're doing it great. Well, Drew Brees broke my record last year when they threw for 7 touchdowns, and I had thrown for 6 way back in 1969.
I'm guessing you can still put up the numbers. Well, listen, I appreciate your time. It's a special season here in New Orleans, the 50th anniversary, and before Drew Brees, before Bobby Hebert, before Archie Manning, it was, of course, Billy Kilmer in the 1967 team. Appreciate your time. Back to you guys in Louisiana Cat Studios.